to finish, okay, or to end, all right, in some contexts, all right. In this context that we're using it in, though, acabar means to finish. Now, this is using the verb acabar is one way of expressing past actions, specifically actions that have literally just been completed. Okay? Now, in order to do that, of course, you use acabar just like any regular AR verb. All right? You would drop the AR, and then you already know the drill, okay, depending on the subject of the sentence, okay, acabo, acabas, acaba, acabamos, acabais, acaba, okay? You always need the word de in this structure, and then whatever action you just finished doing, okay? So, if you just ate, okay, you finished eating, your meal is over, acabo de comer. I just ate, okay? Now, because you do in fact have two verbs, even though they're being separated by the word de, this still counts as a compound verb, or in this case, it's technically a verb phrase. All right. The second action, all right, you don't do anything to. So, acabo de comer. I just ate. Okay. Maybe can't pick on Cheyenne today. She's not here, so we'll pick on Allie. We'll pretend that she has an empty plate. All right. And I might say, oh my gosh, Ellie, acabas de comer? Did you just finish eating? And she goes, sí, I would have shared, but sorry. Okay, acabo. I finished everything. So acabas de comer. Okay. Maybe I ask Jack here to read, page 159, and he might say, Santos, what's the deal? Acabo de leer. You just had me read page 158. All right. Acabo de leer. I just read. Okay. Poor Gabby here has to take a test in her history class. And so she's like, Santos, acabo de tomar el examen de español. I just took a Spanish test. Okay, let's pretend, it's on the same day. So she would be like, acabo de tomar el examen de español. Like, I just took a Spanish test. And now you're gonna have me take history. Yeah, okay, lo siento. Okay, so now, if the thing you just did is a reflexive action, okay, remember, all right, the main part you do leave alone, okay, and then the se, depending on, what your subject is, you would, change it to me, te, se. And in this context, it really is just easier to leave it at the end. Acabo de bañarme. I just took a bath. Okay? Now, if you want to say me acabo de bañar, okay, you can, all right? But you are literally, you're speaking the way I would normally speak. But you are adding an extra step, okay, basically. Acabo de bañarme. I just took a bath, okay? Maybe, once again, David's odor is like, whoa, David, acabas de bañarte? Did you just take a bath? Because it doesn't smell like it, and Jack's like, no, man, I work out with him. Él acaba de bañarse. No, he literally just took a bath, after the gym. Acaba de bañarse. He just bathed. Okay, I won't do, we just took a bath. Nos acabamos de bañar, acabamos de bañarnos, okay, type of thing. All right, but that's basically how you and who knows, maybe one day Ashton there shows up with a 5 o'clock shadow, and I'm like, hey, Ashton, afeita, you need to shave. And he's just like, acabo de afeitarme. I literally just shaved this morning. You know, like, I mean, I can't help it that by, 12:45, or 11:45, my beard is out, acabo de afeitarme hoy, I just shaved today. All right? So, preguntas. If you look at the gray area, then on page 158, everything I just explained is right there. Okay, it gives you all of the forms of acabar, okay, and of course explains that it's literally just an AR verb. The fact that you need the day, and then of course, whatever action you use, you're just going to leave it alone. If you use a reflexive action, you're going to leave the main part alone, but you do have to change this part according to your subject. Okay? Now, for this portion, no, that's not it. Here we go. For this portion, I do